A quirky girl with a boyish look dancing to California Dreaming or clinging to the sound of a cover version of Dreams sung by herself in Wong Kar-wai movie Chungking Express or the soundtrack of Final Fantasy VIII is most people's introduction to Faye Wong, and as you may have or haven't known, she was one of Asia's biggest cultural icons in the 90s and the early 2000s. Faye perfectly fused East and West with a fearless, experimental spirit. Her impact stretched from chart-topping canto pop to art house cinema and avant-garde fashion. Since this channel is about fashion, it'll be today's video main focused. We'll discuss the essentials of Faye Wong, one of the early it girls of Asia. And without any further ado, let's begin. This is Faye Wong. Faye Wong was born in Beijing, China on August 8, 1969. Her father was a factory engineer and her mother was a soprano, always traveling on the road to perform. Her family barely spent time together, so at a very young age, she had to learn how to be independent. At the age of 18, Faye went to Hong Kong and attended modeling class, but soon lost interest in it. Her father introduced her to Dian songs to learn to sing. She instantly enjoyed it and became really standout as she got the starring role for almost every singing and dancing show she was in. At 19, her parents signed her first contract with Cinepoly. Faye record company felt that her name was too introvert sounding, so they gave her a new honky-like name, Wong Jin Man, and like many other Hong Kong people, they also gave her a new English name, Shirley. As Faye was reaching stardom, she felt unsatisfied with her career, so she decided to come to America and study music, leaving her singing career behind. The time there influenced her, not only enhancing her social skills, but also her eyes for artistry. Months later, she came back to Hong Kong and released more music so as to simply complete the record contract. Given more creative freedom, she favored the sound of R&B in her new releases and also started writing her own songs, and many of them became popular during this era.
人漸醉了夜更深，在這一刻多麼接近，思想仿似在搖撼，矛盾也更深。
In 1994, she finally reclaimed her own name as her stage name and proceeded to release 4 albums, 2 in Cantonese and 2 in Mandarin. They soon became best-selling albums and paved the way for a record-breaking 18 consecutive concerts in Hong Kong, which established Faye Wong as a heavenly queen in the Chinese world. In the same year, she also starred in Wong Kar-wai film Chungking Express, which earned her the Best Actress at the Stockholm International Film Festival in 1996. The film also featured her cover of the Cranberries' Dreams, which gained her lasting popularity. She went on to release many albums and collaborated with artists like the Cocteau Twins. Her artistic choice is considered groundbreaking, with many experiments like songs that are purely instrumental, or she's simply scatting, humming, or singing in gibberish language throughout her song. Faye Wong exercises a magical hold on her fans around the world, and she has touched the hearts of millions worldwide, yet wanting neither fame nor attention. She remains the ordinary Beijinger that she was when she first left for Hong Kong. Her goal in life is to be happy forever. By the 2000s, she was recognized by Guinness World Records as the best-selling cantopop female artist, having sold an estimated 9.7 million copies of her albums by March 2000. And to this day, she still remains the queen of cantopop. With a distinctive artistry, Faye Wong mainly draws attention to her music, but her sense of fashion also created a trademark that has lasted until today. Best known for her music and acting career, fashion represents as a tool for Faye Wong to enhance her individuality and artistry. Her time in New York not only brought out her confidence and self-assurance, but also connected her with the avant-garde aesthetic that was going strong in the West at the time. Through her works, we can see that Faye Wong has a subtle, yet rebellious attitude, mixing the ordinary with experimental, elegance with boldness. This is also shown through her style. Coming back after the trip, with the release of new albums and various concerts throughout the Chinese world and Southeast Asia countries, Faye brought a new perspective, both in her music and her sense of fashion. Her rise to style icon status took off in the mid-90s with the help of Hong Kong-born stylist and designer Titi Kwan, and apparently they still work together decades later. Titi Kwan brought out Faye's characteristic with designs from himself and also many designers. Just like all these designers, Faye Wong represents an avant-garde attitude with a pure devotion to the art, not afraid to be experimental. Her style blended the quiet traditional aspect of the Orient and the free, liberated spirit of the Occident. She was inspired by many things like the grunge subculture, Björk, Betty Boop, but reinterpreted and styled with an Oriental feel.
Start by saying some people see you as something of a rebel, someone who constantly tries to break away from the typical mold of performers in Asia. How easy do you find it to be different?
要与众不同有什么困难？我想可能会面对一些压力吧。
I have to face some pressure.
但是我觉得每次我做一件事情，如果我自己觉得我没有做错的话，我不会太多理。
I won't have any thinking, and I won't care what people think about it.
Faye Wong is famous for many things, but perhaps she's best known for her coolness and enthusiasm, especially to the media. Unlike many pop stars who crave attention, Faye doesn't care much about social appearances or the spotlight. She seldom entertains the press. This feeling is also apparent in her fashion aspect, always giving off a cool, chic vibe with a free-spirited feeling. Faye and her team knew how to catch on with the coolest thing at the time. They discovered and chose to dress her up right away with many defining pieces that would be considered cool many years later, such as the dark corset from Vivienne Westwood's 1992 fall collection, 1996 collection of On der Mühle Meisters, or Jeremy Scott's soulless heels, which many have stated that Faye Wong was the only person who wore that heels off-runway. Her editorial and album artworks also feature outstanding pieces from high-profile designers, like pieces from Alexander McQueen, Dior newspaper top and dress by Galliano, the Margiela top, Helmut Lang ensemble, checkerboard coat from Yohji Yamamoto fall 1997, etc. This was already impressive, but it's getting even more spectacular in the upcoming years. When she came back in 2010 after a 5-year hiatus, Faye Wong and her team took on a more couture approach to the stage with pieces from Alexander McQueen to Titi Kwan himself. This time, her onstage look was even more experimental, more artwork-like. She still kept the elegance and the cool feel while adding edge and sophistication to the look.
我觉得任何的创作，再 creative 也是必须在一个有限制的一个框框里面发生的。而这次王菲的演唱会就是有一个很明显的概念，很重要的概念就是春夏秋冬，然后重生。所有的妆容都是在这个概念里面。
之前不一样，他之前的演唱会我都是找很新的设计师，或是我很喜欢的设计师来帮他做一些特别的东西。但是这一次，因为他整个演唱会都有概念的，所以是我自己去设计，自己去做。演唱会的衣服跟在店里面卖的衣服不一样，我最后 怎么讲？衣服最后都是台上给观众看的，所以我要考虑是灯光、跟音乐，还有它的背景，在台下看到的，跟台上的是绝对完全不一样的。而且我希望做到的就是，衣服穿在他身上，好像是自然生出来的一样。
Off stage, Faye's style often turns out to be more quiet. Her red carpet looks lean toward elegance and subtlety, as she often wore suits or dresses that felt more traditional, like a cheongsam, flowy dresses, or jumpsuits. One of her favorite brands is Celine, which is most known for chic silhouettes, resilient spirit, and focused on craftsmanship. This goes well with the image that Faye Wong went for with her red carpet look, crafting outfits that complement well between elegance and comfort. The same ethos is applied in her daily style as she wears more casual pieces, mostly in baggy and oversized silhouettes. The style is minimal but remains cool, stylish, and somewhat androgynous. Faye has a preference for jeans in daily wear and would accessorize to make a point. The most notable piece is earrings. I felt like this is one of her signature, as over the years, statement earrings are what Faye Wong still liked to put on whenever she making public appearance. In fact, that small detail at Faye looks even sparked trends. For example, earlier this year, her bold red acrylic earrings went widely viral after she performed at a Spring Festival gala. Netizens humorously dubbed the translucent disc earring shrimp chips, and replicas began flooding e-commerce platforms the very next day. This incident, a simple statement earring triggering a shopping frenzy, underscored Faye's lasting impact. Anything she wears seemed to resonate. Over the years, she even made practical basic fashionable. Fan has reported her plain canvas sneaker and backpack sold out after her street snaps. It's rare to see someone who was so experimental with fashion at her time, particularly in Asia, because she was not afraid to wear daring fashion pieces or put on bold makeup and statement hairstyle as well as accessories. Faye Wong's style evolution is an example of bold synthesis. She retains the quiet, reflective beauty that is ingrained in her Chinese ancestry while leaning toward Western punk and minimalism. Her serene pose is complemented by architectural jackets, avant-garde corsets, or bold accessories. From the theatrical gowns to the loose masculine look, Faye's wardrobe reflects an icon who is unapologetically herself, androgynous, experimental, and completely unclassifiable. Faye Wong is more than just a pop icon. She is a symbol of fearless individuality. She had established a place where tradition and rebellion, strength and vulnerability coexist through her fashion and artistic abilities. Her style wasn't about chasing trends, it was about unapologetically expressing who she was in the moment. Faye reminds us of the strength of remaining true to who we are in a society that frequently encourages conformity. Her legacy isn't just in her music or her looks, but in her quiet confidence. An enduring message that being different isn't something to hide, but something to celebrate. Whether you find inspiration in her avant-garde fashion, her ethereal voice, or her refusal to fit the mold, there's something in Faye Wong for all of us. Thank you for watching the video. And as usual, if you guys find the videos helpful, please click the like and subscribe button for more content. This channel is all about learning and sharing, so if you have any great insights or contributions, please don't be afraid to share them in the comment section. And I also have an Instagram page where we can discuss fashion daily, so if you guys want to, you can go and follow it as well. I see you guys in the next video, and in the meantime, take care of yourself.
一切是疑問，快樂是情人。